All right. Let's get into it. Hey, fellas, how's it going? This is Brian, aka Uncle B, and yeah, we're here. Goodwood University, Goodwood. Ah, we got some coaching going on. We're doing some live stuff today. We're talking about uh naturally easy ways to cure your erections. Let me not say cure. We heal around here. Curing says that you don't have to do anything else. Healing says you have to keep on going, and that's what we're going to do right here. Welcome in. If you could go ahead, go over to the comment section. Let me know who you are, where you represent. For those guys who do not know me, my name is Brian, aka Uncle B, and this is what I do. I do coaching. I help guys who have issues get over those issues. Damon, what's going on? Good to see everybody in the place. And yeah, today we're going to be talking about some ways to cure erections. And as always, if you have questions, put those in the comment section. We're going to get in and get into it and talk about some things. Yeah, I've been out for a while. You may have noticed I haven't been doing lives. And interesting. It's because my mother had a fake stroke. I didn't know that was a thing. I'm not even sure that if that is a thing. All I do know is that we had the ambulance. I saw the ambulance take it from the house to the hospital. My uncle has a stroke, so uh, uh, I know what a person with a stroke looks like, and my mother looked like she was having a stroke. Couldn't recognize anybody. Was just, she would just laugh when somebody asked her a question, or just, you know, all the signs. The doctor said it too, and then uh, one Friday morning, my sister calls me up, and like 2 days later, a day and a half later, my sister calls me first thing in the morning, puts my mother on the phone, and she's fine. They said it was an infection or something like that, but that was obviously absolutely insane to have experienced something like that, but made me value life so much better. All right. So yeah, yeah, Captain Johnson. I'm good. What's going on, Brent? Hey, DJ, no name. All right, present in the house. TJ from New Orleans. Welcome everybody. Uh-huh. Trying to heal from ED. I'm 32 years old. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. Once again, anybody else, just go ahead to the comment section, leave that message, and let's start talking about the different things we want to talk about today. Because what we're going to be talking about is, basically weak and unreliable erections. What can be done to heal that ASAP. And what we're talking about, we talk about supplements, we talk about lifestyle changes here because those are the things that actually do work. And so we want to be clear. We're not talking about, we're talking about just regular stuff. If you got prostate surgery or other issues like that, that's a little bit, there's a level of complication to that. So we're just going to be going into some of the things that you can do just on a regular, because that's really the thing, the guys, I want you to make sure you understand. It's what you do every day. It's your patterns. We always talk about your patterns because, if you're sick from something, that means you've been doing something continuously for a long time and it just added up at some point. If you smoke long enough, you're going to have lung cancer. If you do certain things long enough, you're going to have a result. So it may be just small things that you're doing that's leading up to you not having the erections you want to have. So the first thing you need to do is pay attention to your water. Drinking water is really important because 75% of men are chronically dehydrated. Yeah, that would be you. That would be me. And your body doesn't absorb nutrients the way that it should if you don't get enough water in your system. This affects everything. We're talking about your skin, your hair, your gums, tendons, everything. Your water level, you can get on a scale. Water level should be between 50 and 60%. And I did a full video on that. And by the way, if you haven't, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And that way you can make sure you get the turn on the notifications, hit the like button. Go ahead, hit the like button right now, please. That'd be very helpful to get this word out to as many guys as possible because we have a epidemic, pandemic, world-demic situation going on with guys not being able to function the way they want to. Mhm. Oh, Damon just turned 36. Congratulations, sir. Welcome. Welcome. You're on your way. Just stay healthy, my friend. Uh-huh. And when it comes to your penis, the reason why we want to drink that water is because you have smooth muscles. And your water, your muscles in your body, your skeletal muscles, all your muscles are like 75% water. So you want to have the water there. It does help. We're talking about everything you can possibly do, including eating fruits and vegetables, because that's basically eating water. And that's what you want to do. You want to make sure you have as much goodness inside of your body. Basically, I always tell guys, basically, you need to learn how to feed your penis. It's what it comes down to. What can you do to eat the right things? We talk about watermelon. Every basically, it's a trick that I do. I just constantly, whenever I'm about to eat something, I'll just say, I'm not going to say that loud because I'm going to mess with somebody's phone or something. But hey, the word for Google. Um, I'll just ask, basically, is this orange, what is the sexual health benefit of this orange? And it will just list out a bunch of different things. In fact, why don't we go ahead and let's see if we can do this right quick. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Let's see. Hmm. Hey Google, what are the sexual health benefits of eating raspberries? Let's see. Ah, It's it's going off in the other room, but it's not going off on my phone. But basically, when you do something like that, you're going to constantly get back an answer. It's a lot of different things that end up happening with raspberries, especially when it comes to raspberries or anything else. It may protect against diabetes, cancer, obesity, arthritis, and other conditions. May even provide anti-aging effects. Yeah, all that's great stuff just from a raspberry. So get that seed. What's going on? Jacksonville is in the house. So yes, eating the fruits and vegetables. The other thing you have to understand is that if you're not eating this, basically you're eating dry stuff. And that's what we have in every other side part of the grocery store. You go into that front aisle where it's like fruits and vegetables, everything after that, it's dry. And if you're putting dry stuff into a wet bag, at some point, it's going to have an effect. So when you're eating plants, especially fruits that have more water in it, you're getting what you need. It's going to reduce erectile dysfunction risk, improve prostate health, and optimize fertility. I mean, all of this just from eating fruits and vegetables. Go for it. And when it comes to just taking care of yourself with your body, you need a lot of oxygen. A lot of people, because we're so stressed so often, we don't get that breathing in, and you run into issues when you don't have that breathing. What's going on, Ty? In the house, so lack of oxygen-rich blood will actually lead to penis shrinkage. And for those guys who are not aware, yes, you can experience penis shrinkage. Think of a 18-year-old college football player or something like that, really healthy, and then think about him 60 years later. Is he going to have the same size? Well, if he didn't take care of himself, no. And so you do need to take care of yourself as you get older. What we like to say around here now is that every year that you get older, you have to work harder. That's just the way the male body is designed to work. Otherwise, you can go through another 30, 40 years of not having an erection. We don't want that for you. Not at all. I've talked to guys who had that. It's not cute. So it's always, in terms of your body, it's always great to keep your weight down. Even just losing the belly fat is going to help with testosterone production. One of the reasons why we came out with Goodwood Advanced is because with Goodwood Advanced, for those guys who don't know, Goodwood is all natural liquid aphrodisiac made of 8 different herbs. We added stinging nettle to that formula to make Goodwood Advanced, and that's for older guys. That's for guys who have issues with their testosterone, because as you get older, your testosterone level starts going down. We know that, but around 40 to 50, it starts accelerating down because your testosterone is being turned into estrogen through a process called aromatase. You don't want that. So if you need to, go ahead and check out Goodwood Advanced at givegoodwood.com. Okay. One of the most important things is, of course, controlling your mind. I mean, that's uh, we live a stressful life. Things are going to happen, but in order to have your body in control, you don't want your cortisol running rampant. And that's basically what ends up happening, is that the more you're stressed out, the more cortisol you're producing. Your body is not designed to just keep on cranking out cortisol. But if you're thinking like, oh my, this bill is due, I'm late for this, we're constantly putting ourselves into levels of stress, and that is not a good thing. Uh-huh. I see that, Damon. This evening, I just ate an apple, some almonds, drank water, and green tea. Huh. Green tea. I got you, bro. Good call. So when you're dealing with your emotional states, I mean, we have stress, depression, guilt, low body image, relationship issues, mental illness, sleep disorders. It's a long list of things that can happen, and you need to be in control of that. I do meditation every morning. Every morning, I use the Calm app on my phone, CALM. I think LeBron James was a part of that for a while. But yeah, you need to stay calm. The world is designed to stress you out. And if you are stressed out, you're not going to have the type of erections that you want, and it can lead over a period of time to you not just functioning at all. Period. So, for a lot of guys, especially when you get performance anxiety basically is just, hey, everything was working before, you're doing having great sex, and then one time it didn't work, and then another time it didn't work, then another time it didn't work, and this can lead to you just thinking that, okay, every time she comes into the room, I'm supposed to have an erection. You get stressed out because you don't have an erection. You raise your cortisol, and so it's a self-fulfilling mechanism right there. So that's really the reason why you want to stay in control of your stress levels. Uh-huh. Clean the plate, James. Hey, good to see you again, bro. Eating my dark chocolate and honey right now. Okay. Uh-huh. Ah, Ty, I worry too much about size, thinking women want bigger. Actually, the interesting thing about that is that women have different sizes. Yeah, there used to be a process, I forgot what civilization it was, where they would measure the woman's innards to match with the man. So, you oftentimes we have guys who are so concerned about their size, but it's also the question of the woman that they're with. I mean, I'm normal, everything is good with my equipment, but I'll tell you this, I've gone spelunking. It was like one time I went in, it was like, how deep is this chick? It was scary. It was scary. And you have other ones, it was like you have to use a combination system to get in. So it's less of a worry for you. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself. It's and get it in. Enjoy. Um, so one common cause of ED in both the long, short, and short term is just stress. Stress is both physical and emotional. So one of the things that you can do to alleviate stress is actually just exercising. I do this all throughout the day, run a business, and it can get stressful. And so what I would do is just hop up and I'll do like air squats. I'll do burpees. I'll do stuff that, I don't have to run and grab equipment or anything like that. You could do mountain climbers. Just doing the act of doing that, I'll do that and just do a quick meditation. It takes like 5 minutes. And it just resets me. So something like that is very helpful because if you don't have that release for yourself, yeah, you're gonna get stressed. You're gonna get stressed. Don Coolio, oh my goodness, good gracious, good to see you, sir. Good to see you. Yeah, wrong diets and being overweight can also lead to issues with the way that you think, your self perception, all of that. So one of the other things that you have to pay attention to, guys, is the masturbation. It can run rampant. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying your friend. um, but yeah, research doesn't say that masturbation leads to erectile dysfunction. But one of the things that masturbation does do, when you masturbate, you're actually flooding your brain with dopamine. And inside of your brain, you have dopamine receptors. So your brain, you see, especially with porn, you're seeing like highly excitable things, and you're flooding your brain with dopamine, and the receptors get worn out. And so by the time you get with an actual real woman, the receptors are like, eh. I mean, you just saw like monkeys and zebras and all types of stuff in this last porn thing, and now this regular normal human woman? Ha, 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 nothing. So that's the reason why you want to be careful with that. The other thing to understand is that foreplay is for men. Uh, a lot of times we don't, as men, this is something I had to realize, we don't touch. We don't get an opportunity to touch. You see women, they'll walk up to each other and hug. You know how we do. We get that one hand, put that right there in the middle, do like that. That's about it. Women can walk up to another woman and say, oh, your baby's so cute. Can I hold him? I cannot walk up to a woman and be like, "Oh, your baby's so cute. Can I hold him?" I'm calling the police. I mean, we don't get that touch, and that does lead to some issues because that's part of the process. The natural process of stimulation of testosterone is that we're supposed to be touching each other. So if the only person you're touching is your woman, is your wife, then you need to be doing it more often, especially if you're trying to get ready to have sex. It's back in the day when you're younger, it could just be she just walked in the room. That's good enough. Now, hey, warm up, have some fun with it. And especially when you're having sex in the morning, because sex in the morning, that's when you're having your testosterone levels are at its highest. So guys, those are the things that I have for you right now in terms of what you can do in terms of getting better with your dealing with ED, dealing with weak erections. It's all about what you're doing on a regular. So, yeah, these are the things that you do want to do. You do want to drink your water, get those fruits and vegetables in, which is just eating water in itself. Take care of your body, obviously, and take care of your mind. You want to make sure you're not dealing with stress on a high level consistently. That is a huge problem. And just replacing old habits with some good habits, especially when it comes to smoking, and especially the weed, and alcohol. Alcohol is a poison that happens to make you feel woozy. So you want to avoid all of those things right there. So yeah, in the comment section, if you have any questions, go ahead and put it in there. Um, put that in the chat. Also, just want to let you know we do have a special just for you guys. Just if you want to go to givegoodwood.com, we do have a coupon there for GW15. So you can take 15% off. That's Goodwood 15. Um, and yeah, all of that's really important in terms of, what we talk about around here isn't just the coaching, it's supplement. It's supposed to supplement the other things you do. And the supplements are to accelerate the process. That's really what it's for. I do not like the idea some people have that, I'm just supposed to take a pill and that's it. And it's like, well, there was a pattern that got you to this situation. You need to figure out what that pattern is, reverse engineer it, and while you're doing it, if you're taking taking a supplement, it's going to accelerate the process. So that's what you're really looking for. So yeah, let's see. And also, um, we are making a bunch of changes, in terms of the way we do coaching around here. So look out for that coming soon in terms of, I'm just doing more one-on-one coaching because doing this is great. But you know, at the end of the day, it's really important that you have someone who's seeing things from the inside. And the way uh, the reason why I say that is because I've talked with several guys who just had different issues, but because they couldn't see it, it's what a coach is for, to see the macro and the micro, the things that you're doing. Everything we just talked about right here was micro. Drinking water, eating fruits and vegetables. I mean, it's important, but a macro is, for example, having a child. Yeah, you just went from like your evenings were, a little bit freer to now you're waking up in the middle of the night, you're doing this, you're doing that, your whole situation changes. You need to understand how that affects you. I've talked to guys who, they just had a kid and everything is off now. They can't get there, they can't get up. And it's like, why can I, why am I having problems with erections now? It's like, yeah, your whole system has changed. Even guys who switch to a night shift, not understanding that you're not getting that sunlight, your testosterone builds while you're asleep. You're missing all of that stuff. So you need to get, I always by the World Health Organization, they say that the late shift is actually carcinogenic. Basically, it causes cancer. So that's how important sleep is. Uh huh. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. Let's talk about this. Don Coolio's Sway. Sway? Is that Sway? I like that name, man. The touch game is definitely a big one. Men are touch deprived. When a woman touches a man, some men damn near have premature ejaculation. Yep. Yep. That's a big one. And that's the reason why that touch game is good. In terms of it's counterintuitive. A lot of people think, okay, if she's touching me a lot, I'm going to be too excited. It's like, no, actually, that's going to build up your testosterone. Your testosterone is going to build up your stamina, and that way you can both enjoy each other as long as you want to. Um, all right, Mr. Manning. I have cut out the weed in anything and drinking, but I'm out of shape. And that's one of the things that, when we talk about coaching, we're talking about getting everything together. It's really important to realize that, like I said, as you get older, you're going to have to start dialing it in. Think of it this way, and this is sort of scary, but 40% of men over 40 have erectile issues. 50% of men over 50, 60% of men over 60, 70% of men over 70. It just makes sense. That's the way this process works. So if you're trying to take care of your erections, you want to avoid ED, you have to start dialing it in. Always say that when you're young, the human body gives you everything that you need. You didn't really do anything to get to your 800 nanograms per deciliter of testosterone at the age of 21. You didn't have to work for that. But after 21, it's been going down 1% per year. And if you've been partying like crazy and everything like that, it's been going down 2, 3, 4%. You'll see people and I often point this out. You have to be careful around the holidays. People will go into October. Let's say you were weighing like, 200 pounds. By the time you hit January, you were at 210, and you do that enough times. Next year you do it, next year you do it, next year you do it. It doesn't take too long before you're like, why am I so out of shape? You have to be careful. You have to get it in. Hmm. Ah, so Mr. Manning, hmm works overnight. All right, so let me go ahead and give you some thought processes for that, because I've dealt with nurses, male nurses, truckers, security guards, etc. So when it comes to working overnight, the thing that you have to pay attention to is basically you need to function like you have to focus in on your sleep. So if you're working a true night shift, I'm not sure what time you get off, but a true night shift where you like inside of a place at 10 o'clock, you don't get off to 6 o'clock, something like that. You really have to pay attention to your sleep during the day. You have to prepare for it. So it's a lot of work. I got a video that we talked about that. But everything from just understanding the sun. Your body is fully affected by the sun. It's supposed to be. When the sun comes up, all types of hormones kick off. Your testosterone level goes up. Your human growth hormones go up. Actually, your cortisol goes up. Your cortisol is needed to wake you up. Um, but if you're trying to go home at night, you've been working a night shift and you're driving home and the sun is hitting your skin, or it's bright outside, you're waking your body up. You may be tired, but you're waking your body up just because of the cycle that it is supposed to be on, and that can cause problems. And also you have to be a little bit more, you always have to be careful with your diet, because your digestion is happening mainly while you're sleeping. You rest and digest, so your digestion is off and your immune system is off. Uh-huh. Hmm. All right. So those are just a couple of things. Go ahead and make sure you check out. You can go to my channel. Just do a search for night shift. I believe. Sleep. Just look for sleep. We'll talk about that. Tennessee is in the house. What's going on, Coach? Uh huh. Mm. Ah, man, I wish I had that problem. Don Cooley, 6'2", what's that, 85 kilograms. What's that? Two times. What's that? Times 2.2. I got that pounds thing. English, American, with the pounds. Um, but yeah, you got that fast metabolism. Ah, man, good and bad situation there. So yeah, I mean, you want to, gain, if you want. I know it's difficult to gain that weight. You are, was it? You're ectomorph. It's hard to gain that weight, but you still have to, make sure you're putting the good stuff in your body. Unfortunately, I've talked to guys who are your size who are slim and they have diabetes. And I was like, oh wow, I didn't know that was possible. Yep, very possible. There are actually bodybuilders with diabetes, because when you're consuming a lot of food like bodybuilders would do, you're actually taxing your liver, you're taxing your because it's putting out the glucose. You're just taxing your body, period, and you never give it a chance to rest. You're supposed to rest and digest. There's no resting if you're constantly digesting. So you have to be careful with what you eat. Uh-huh. It's so true. Cohabitating with women and children can lower your testosterone too, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. That is a truism. They've done research, and yeah, what they've shown is, and it actually sort of makes sense once you have the wife and kids, or your woman and kids, however it works nowadays. But whatever that situation is, your testosterone actually is just going to go down because nature's like, hey, we need for you to stay here with these kids. So don't go gallivanting all over. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got it. You got it for real. That 10 p.m. until 5:30, that's a true night shift. So yeah, when you're driving home, um, I have them in here. I have blue light blocker glasses. Check those out. You can get them from Amazon. Blue light blockers are basically it stops the light coming into your eyes. It's just going to wake you back up. If you're driving home and the sun is out, you may want to cover up your hands and whatever's exposing you to the light because that's setting you up to wake back up. Uh huh. All right. So yeah, 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 yeah. Great questions, fellas. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Love it. Isaac. Just joined the live. Hope you're doing well. I am. Hope you're doing well too. Um, sir, I'm gonna have to check that out. A bull buying, not to, I have not heard it. That's the reason why I like doing this because I learn stuff all the time. Let me go ahead and look that up right quick. But yeah, 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 yeah. Guys, if you have anything that you want me to check out to look up, I have my list of different herbs people want me to talk about. Shishit. Shit, I hate saying that word. But I'm going to be talking about a particular herb coming up soon. That is, let me see. Mm-hmm. This is, I've never heard of this. Okay. Succulent plant that grows in South Africa. Okay. Yeah, that's the one thing about herbs that I love. There are over 250,000 edible plants on this planet, and we only use 4% of them. So it's a lot. And there are a lot of plants that we don't use. Uh huh. Mm hmm. Mm hmm. Yep. Damon says, honestly, you're right. Your body needs sleep, water, healthy foods, and contain that H2O. Exercise and balancing your life. The number one enemy is stress. Yeah. The course that we have, the exponential energy course that we have, is based off of ECS 25 is energy, ESEIS, energy, sleep, exercise, intermittent fasting, and soul. And soul is that stress part because when it comes to stress, what it does is causes inflammation in your body. And you talk to most doctors, and they'll tell you that inflammation is they going in, they're looking. Inflammation is just all over the body. So as soon as you eat something, your body inflames. Especially if you're eating something that's really salty. You can see that it's sort of just the salt is pulling up. Um, and that's a part of stress. So if you're stressing yourself out, you're causing all types of issues and damage all over the place. Sometimes, and even I had to start doing this because if you start getting stressed out, what I would do if I'm stressed out, I immediately, if I start thinking about stressful things, I immediately just stop and start doing breathing exercises. I mean, you don't have to, timing. It doesn't have to be pure meditation. You just stop for a second, close your eyes, and it does a couple of things. One, it does lower your stress, it does lower your blood pressure, but more importantly, the next decision that you make is going to be a better decision. Yeah. When you stress, you don't make good decisions. If I pulled out a gun, stuck it to your head, and said, "What is your motherfucking name?" You'd be like, "What? What is not your name?" That's because the level of stress just went up, and you're like, "What is going on?" Yeah, yeah. You don't make great decisions while you're stressed. So, uh huh. Oh my good Don, come on, bruh. I'm a true believer in wife and kids should live in a separate house for me. I'll visit and spend time weekly, but off to my own house when I'm finished spending time, the relationship will last way longer. You know what's crazy? I've heard women starting to say that now, so that's hey, here we go. Here we go. Uh-huh. Look at that. This is more exciting. Get to keep my testosterone up, levels up, and I'll get to keep my halo of a presence when the wife and kids experience me weekly. Wow. Uh, you're able to do that. Congratulations, sir. That requires money. You got two places. Oh man. Uh-huh. Mm. I can't take this ED, especially seeing being in my 30s, very stressful. Uh-huh. Trying to get back in the game. I never took the blue pill, but when I do my own thing, things get hard. No diggity. No diddy. No, no diddy. Is that a saying now? Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I've been talking to guys who are in their early 20s, who are experiencing ED. Um, and once again, I always say it does come down to the coaching. Um, got you down. It comes down to the coaching. For me, because it's like if you have ED at that younger age, there are multiples of things that are going incorrectly with your health, and it becomes a little bit more difficult to figure it out because there's so many different things that are going on in terms of just the way that we're living nowadays. Um, because everything is set up for us to fail. It's literally just like that. Everything is set up for us to fail in terms of the chemicals that are in the water, the type of food that we eat, the way that we sit down constantly, the way that we're inside, outside. I mean, you actually get energy from sleeping on the ground, just like a battery will be drained. A car battery will be drained if you put it on the ground. Your body will actually get energy if you put it on the ground. When is the last time you slept on the ground? I can't. I think I wasn't actually on the ground. I was as close as I got to the ground. I was with my nephew's Cub Scout. Yeah, he's about to graduate high school, so that shows you how long ago that was. But if I could, yeah, I definitely would focus focus in a lot more on that side of things. Go ahead and put this into the comment section. This is a link to the coaching programs that we have. If you want to take a look at that, we're actually going to be coming out. Uh, um, we're going to be talking about it a lot more because I've realized that coaching is highly important. I started off selling supplements, and the supplements work. Go to givegoodwood.com and check out Goodwood and Goodwood Advanced. And also we have Maca on there. But that's how it started. But what I realized is that it's a supplement. It's supposed to supplement the other things you do. And, as I've gone through and talked, some things I think are normal because I've just been, studying this for so long. I realized a lot of guys do not recognize. So they have issues. What's going on, Mr. Styles? Uh-huh. Depends on what the mood is. Oh man, that guy's funny today. Depends on what the mood is. The mood the missus is in. If I sleep on the ground, oh man, the struggle is real. Struggle is real. Hey, what happens, man? Followed for you for years. Oh, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Uh-huh. Australia in the house. I love it. I love it. Thank you very much. Uh-huh. Okay. Uh, what else we got here? My struggle is waking up numerous times during the night to pee. Okay. I had that particular issue. I believe that's BPH. Yeah, BPH. Benign hyper. I forget what the acronym means, but basically, it's a precursor to prostate issues. So uh, be very careful with that. Make sure you go ahead and check with your doctor. Check your prostate. Um, and also, I mean, there's just certain things you can do. One of them, I mean, it doesn't sound like you have that issue because you're slim. When I was having that issue, I was just completely out of shape, um, and not taking care of myself, and that's what showed up. So, yeah, you would definitely want to check with your doctor on that. And I'm not sure what your exercise regimen is, but if you need to exercise more, I know you're trying to hold that weight on, but um, yeah, there's two things that's happening right there. Obviously, as far as your sexual health is concerned, interrupted sleep is not good sleep. And so, ask Mr. Manning. Interrupted sleep is not good sleep. I have a whole sleep regimen that I talk about, and one of them is do not have your dog in the room because your dog will get up and move around. If you have a spouse that needs to get up early or something like that, make plans for that. I actually sleep with a sleep mask on. So, if homegirl is getting up, she's going to the bathroom, the light is on, whatever. It's like I got my sleep mask. I can, it won't be a high disruption. It'll be just something like, okay, Oh, okay, you go back to sleep. So you have to be very careful with that. Uh-huh. Ah, yeah. Testify, Ronald Richardson. I had the same thing, enlarged prostate. Yeah. Um, yeah, yeah. Get that taken care of. My brother had the prostate surgery, and you want to, do whatever you can. I have a video about prostate. And by the way, go ahead look for that video. You can do a search on the channel. Go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button so you get some more of this information coming to you. And you can do like Don is doing, write it down. But yeah, when it comes to that enlarged prostate, you want to play around because if you have prostate cancer and they have to do surgery, because the nerves are so sensitive down there, they actually have counselors for people who've gone through this because you won't be able to have sex for anywhere from 3 months to a year, depending on the type of surgery you have, depending on the extensiveness of the surgery, depending on a bunch of things, all the way down to the type of doctor or the type of surgeon that you have. So you want to be very careful with that. And if my thing is whenever you're dealing with one issue, the way the human body typically works, if you're not taking care of that issue, something else is going to go wrong. Something else is going to go wrong. It's a downward spiral. You don't want to have that going on. Uh huh. All right. So what about fungi geek? That is a herb that is very helpful for your sexual health. I believe that helps with your sperm and also your libido. I could be mistaken. I look at a lot of herbs, but when it comes to fungi geek, um, yeah, go ahead and try that out. What I often tell guys is, it's okay to experiment with different herbs when you're looking at herbs, the next video that I have coming out talks about the different classifications when we talk about pharmaceuticals, man-made supplements, which are basically the close to pharmaceuticals are just not as powerful. That's literally it. But in terms of them not being real, they're being man-made. They'll have things like fungi geek in there, and also zinc, and also some other trace minerals. And it's like in order for all of that process to work, it has to be processed. So the two most highest processed foods that humans consume is animals because obviously it's been processed. It you used to not be able to eat it at all. Now you can eat it, and then pills, which are made out of we don't know what they're made out of. You just go ahead and crush one, and it's like all white on the inside. That's just a filler. Uh huh. Okay. Certified Viber. Um, he's asking about going to check out other remedies about herbs and other remedies. Of course, you can go to givegoodwood.com, and we have Goodwood and Goodwood Advanced there. Um, but one of the things that let me take care of this for you guys right quick, so we can. I want to make sure you get your discount. Let me put that into the in there. Yep. So we have a coupon code for Goodwood or Goodwood Advance. Go ahead and put that in the ticker now. You can go ahead and check that out. But yeah, we also have other herbs. One of the things that we're building out now is we have relationships with a bunch of other herbal suppliers we've been using for years. Uh, Lost Empire Herbs and Mother Nature Organics. Yeah. Yeah, been working with those guys. I know the owners of those companies, and they do great work. So we'll be bringing those on. So when I make recommendations, I want to be able to send you to the best ones possible. But yeah, as I always say, go ahead and do your research. Because really, when it comes to natural products, you're talking about tinctures. That's what Goodwood and Goodwood Advance are. They're liquid tinctures. Other ones are, capsules or powders. Those are the three most natural. When I say most natural, it's the closest to nature possible. And that's what you really want. Okay. Good deal. Good deal. Uh huh. Yeah. So the ones that are good for you. Yeah. Yep. Um, yeah. 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 That's what we have. We're only going with the ones that are good for you. Um, but yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Great question, Shane. There's so many things to take for someone on a budget, 51 years old. What main two supplements, herbs would you recommend? Obviously, I'm going to say Goodwood, and for you, since you're 51, I would say Goodwood Advanced. Obviously, it's not the cheapest, but it has 8 different herbs in it. And the reason why I recommend that typically first for guys is because if you're taking something like ashwagandha or maca, I believe ashwagandha is 3 to 4 weeks. Uh, and maca is 5 to 6 weeks before you'll see an effect. And so for a lot of guys, it's like if they don't see an effect, they won't continue to take it. With our formula, it functions a lot faster, a lot faster. So, uh-huh. You say, haha, yes, besides that. All right. So, check out Lost Empire Herbs. Yeah, Lost Empire Herbs. Yeah. And leh.com or lostempireherbs.com. They have great explanations, and they explain out. You got videos. They go into the history. That's what I like about them. If I'm going to be taking something, I want to know as much as possible. They break it down to like where to get it from and all of that. Uh-huh. Uh Ty, it should be at the bottom of your screen. Coupon code GW15 to get. Oh, let me correct that. It says GW. Oh, yeah. Let me correct that. That isn't the way that's supposed to look. Edit that right quick. That is GW15 to take 15% off. Okay. All righty then. GW15 to take 15% off. Boom. All right. So yeah, there we go. There's that coupon code. All right. Mm-hmm. So let's see. Let's see. Let's see. All right. So yeah, guys. Please go ahead if you have any questions. Typically, when we start winding down, the last second questions come in. There we go. Uh-huh. Mm. Let me see. What's going on? Brown Party Raza. All right. Okay. Uh, yeah, coach, new subscriber. Welcome, 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 welcome. Question: what about Erect Max Bottle Pill Natural? Erect Max. That is one of the thousands of products out there. I am not familiar with that. Let me just take a look at that right quick. Let me see if I have any. Just something I can. Oh, well, I just did a, a quick question on that. That's scary. It shows up Food and Drug Administration public notification. Erect Max contains hidden drug ingredient. Product found to contain undeclared medicines. That's one of the stay away, fellas. Stay away. Uh, Yeah. So the next video I have coming out on Thursday at 12:45 p.m. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I break all of that stuff down and I talk about the one of the issues that is out there in terms of gas station pills and things that are actually sold. Obviously, if you know about Erect Max, I'm looking on here. People they got 2 Google reviews of 5.0 out of Peru. Um, but yeah, one of the things I actually say in the video is that if you're going to be taking something from a gas station, from something like that, hop on to the Food and Drug Administration's website and see if their name is on there. Uh, we're not on there, but a lot of products are. I mean, we actually have to go through COA certificate. We have to get our certifications. We have the GMP, COA, GMP, MOUSC. We have a bunch of certifications we have to get through just so we can sell our products on Amazon. And just because we're supposed to do that regardless. But the reason why they do that, if you're going to sell on Amazon, is because they have bad actors on there who will sit there and take the main ingredient. Um, mhm, yeah, Peru. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, what they'll do is they'll take the main ingredient in Viagra, sildenafil, and they'll just add that into their product. One of the things that's popular now with the kids is honey packs. Actually not just popular with the guy. I've seen it in barbershops, where basically I was confused by this product. It's called honey packs, so it's sweet. Now, my understanding of how the human body works, as soon as you put something sweet inside of a male body, your testosterone level goes down. So, taking honey, I know honey's supposed to be natural, but typically the honey that we're getting has been, you know, it's not pure honey. It doesn't have all the essential nutrients that pure honey does. So what they're actually doing, because honey is so sweet, they'll add in the different chemicals that they made themselves. So you have two issues. They're making the sildenafil. I hate saying that word. They're making a sildenafil, and you don't know what dosage they're putting in there. So I tasted a honey. It was just there at the liquor store, and I was like, "Oh wow, this is what everybody's talking about. Let me go ahead and just see what it tastes like." And yep, it tastes like if you took Viagra, crushed it down, and added it into a pack of honey. Yeah, it would taste it like that. So yeah, very careful with erect max. Careful as in don't use it. It's not worth it to having an erection and a heart attack is never a good thing. So you want to be very careful with that. Uh-huh. So yeah, there we go, guys. We are coming up on 50 minutes. I do want to yeah, I got to handle business, handle business. I do want to thank everybody who's hopped on here, all the guys who, it's good seeing you again. Once again, I've been out of the loop for a while. Um, just dealing with my mother, as I mentioned before, she had a fortunately for us, she had a fake heart attack. No, not heart attack. She had a fake stroke. So how you do that? Only Marjorie Bagley Ayers can tell you. Uh-huh. So what up, Brent? What up, Damon? C, Ty? Thanks all of you guys for joining in, rocking with me. Clean the plate, James, Don, um, Mr. Manning, everyone, Isaac, Shane, all of you guys. I really appreciate you. I will be coming back shortly. Look out for that. We want to we want to I want to make sure I get all of that, all the information that you need so you can be better. That's what we're here for. Once again, go and hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell so we can get some more of this information to you. And this is Brian, aka Uncle B, saying get your game up and go hard. Peace out.